Ah, ah, ah. Okay, I'll give it a few minutes. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? Hello, Kay. Let me put this over here so I don't look so. Come, oh, my comments go. Jackie, how are you? Dana, hey Anna, how's everyone doing? So, Jennifer, how are you? Hey, Celine. Chris is not here. It's just me. Just me. How you doing? Donna Marion, how are you? So it's just me. Chris is pretty beat up from the weekend. We had an event Saturday, Sunday. So Chris wasn't up to being here. Hello, Michelle, David, Dan, how are you? So just me alone. You just got me. So here's Johnny. Got that right, Patricia. Hello, Cheryl. Carrie, how are you? So I have everything set up. Unfortunately, I can't do the Kathleen and Kathy. I can't do the whole tour of the Creeper Gallery like we usually do. Um, Tommy, what's up? Susan. So I am in the red room of the Creeper Gallery in New Hope, Pennsylvania. There are haunted objects all around me in these cases. Can't really, like I said, maybe when we're finished before I shut off, I'll take you out to the gallery and I'll show you around there. Brian, how are you? Karen, Lorraine, other Karen? But for now, I have to kind of set everything up myself. So my camera's on a stand and I've got everything ready to go here. So, hey, Judy. Yeah, Chris is fine. She's just tired. It was a long weekend. We had two events that lasted a long time and physically um, very demanding. So, uh, you know, she just didn't feel like making it. So, and that's fine. Hello, Tina. Yes, of course it means I'll be doing a dark item without Chris here. I picked out three really what I think are three good ones. I'm going to start with the mellow, feel good one, and then I'm going to work my way up from there. Um, hey Marie, how are you? So I'm going to walk the item over. I'll show you guys the items first. I'll set them back down, turn off the lights, and we'll get started. But again, if you get a chance, Creeper Gallery, New Hope, Pennsylvania. Donna's artwork is out there. I'll show you that when we're finished. But here is everything else in the red room that's haunted. So I have haunted items on the floor next to me. I have them behind me, in front of me, on the side of me, pretty much everywhere. And hey, Ann, and the way we do this is I do isolate one object and I talk directly to that person or persons that may be attached to those objects, and I try to connect with them and communicate with them in any way that I can. That's why all the equipment's there to kind of help me bridge the gap and use technology. Yes, New Hope, Pennsylvania, Kathleen, to try to bridge the gap between us so that we can interact, so that even if I can't see them and hear whoever is there, I at least can see changes or interaction, intelligent interaction between us. So I'm going to show you guys the first object. Hey, Bobby, I do want to show you guys that I'm wearing my Zach Baggins shirt just for this one. There are things in this world we will never fully understand. Special for this. Is this a simulation we live in? I don't know what that means. But anyway, I'll show you the first item. Yeah, the first item is going to be the letters that I'm doing. Um, give me 1 second here. I just want to fix something. So before I start, I just want to take care of one thing before we start that I should have done prior to setting up. Just give me a minute. Come on, come on, come on. I just want to make sure I'm in and I can see. Yeah, my tablet, of course, just stopped working right when we're going to start here, which isn't good. Are you working now? Come on. Is that it? That's it. There we go. This is, I wasn't logged in on the New Jersey Paranormal on my tablet. So if I see people being disrespectful or just being jerks, I could just ban them right away on my tablet. I wasn't logged in. I was logged in under me. So I just had to get rid of this jerk who was already saying, what the hell is this? And all these other comments. So at least I have control while I'm sitting here without Chris. All right, let's get started. I'm going to turn the lights off. I'll show you the object. So first thing here we have are these letters. Hopefully you guys can see those. Again, I'm never really sure what the light picks up and what it doesn't. This is a box full of letters. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'll close the box. Very nice box as well. So I'll read you the information. I'm going to set this up over here. That's me doing all that. I'm going to turn off the lights. I'm going to read you the information in a minute. Hey, John McGinnis, how you doing? So it says, Haunted Love Letters. This box contains love letters. William and Mamie, Mamie Baker wrote to each other. So William and Mamie wrote these to each other while courting. William was born 1867, died 1944 of a stroke. Mamie was born 1876 and died 1972. Wow, she almost lived to 100. They had 2 daughters. They lived in Charlestown, Illinois, where William was a police chief and carpenter. The claims are voices and shadow figures. Ooh, that's fun. So, good evening, William and Mamie. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Mamie, that could be pronounced either way. My name is John, and what I do is I come in to speak to whoever may be connected or attached or around things that belong to them in life that meant a lot to them or that belong to them. That's what this entire room consists of. We have your letters, the letters that you and William wrote to each other while you're recording. And I'll try to read a few of them while we go here. I can't see you, I can't hear you, but I do have things around the box of letters that can react to you being there. I have a camera here that might be able to see you if either of you were to stand in front of the letters or around near the letters. I have these lights. Now, again, 1972, 1944. So you both know what Christmas lights are. These are like Christmas lights. The only difference between these and regular Christmas lights are they change colors when a spirit is near them or energy is near them. So they'll go from purple to blue all the way to red and change colors and twinkle. And pretty much everything does the same thing. Other things you could touch, like this music box. around the antenna. Just changes colors, makes music. Same thing with these objects that have the V fingers there. Same thing with these circles right here. See that? That's just with my hand. They change colors like the rainbow. It goes all the way around. And then I have, whoop, there you go. And then I have two things that look like Easter eggs, the plastic Easter eggs that have the word yes, blue, and the word no, yellow on them. So again, if we're trying to talk to each other and go back and forth, and you can't, if you're saying things out loud and I can't hear you, maybe you could touch something or touch the eggs to answer. If that's the way we could start out. And then I'm going to try to do things where I can hear your voice as well. We're going to try a lot of different things to interact with you. So, how was your cough? I really enjoy when you set up the camera so we can see the SLS. Be back. So, William, Mammy, last name, what was your last name again? Baker. Mr. and Mrs. Baker, are either of you here this evening? Just concentrate your, there you go. Woo, right up there. Boom, boom. I hope you guys can see that. I'm not sure if the camera gets up that high. Did you guys see that? It was way up there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but as soon as I asked if they can concentrate their energy, I got a hit there and I got a hit up by the ceiling. Saw it, good. Okay, then now look, static dome is going off right here. Yeah, you guys can see that too, good. Okay, good. This is a good start. Good start. I'm going to do my best to hear your voice, okay? And to actually hear you communicate and answer questions and talk with you back and forth. Would it be completely disrespectful to either of you if I did handle your letters and read one? I want to make sure I don't cross any bounds here and I don't disrespect either of you at all. If I handle one of the letters and try to read it, I want to make sure that's not disrespecting you. If you think it is, again, concentrate your energy in that area, in and around the letters, to make something light up and change colors. And I won't even consider reading those letters. I want to give you that respect, though. We're good? Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. So here's what I want to do. I know you had two daughters. I have a daughter and a son. William, it says here that you died of a stroke at the age in 1944, and you were about 33, 77 years old when you passed. And Mammy, she was almost 100. She was 4 years shy of 100. She lived to 96. The year now is 2023, almost 2024. And we are in New Hope, Pennsylvania. And what's funny about that is I test all the equipment before I go live. And I talk to them a little bit before while I'm setting things up and I have things going. And I have my spirit box on. And a female said something about, she said something about the lights. And then a male said something about 5 minutes later, New Jersey. Really, really clear. So it was kind of strange. That's why I mentioned it to them again. So if either of you want to answer, I'm fine with that. Any way that you can, I'm fine with that. You could try to touch these little, like I said, these little twinkly balls that are near the letters. I don't want to disrespect you, but I'll put one inside there to make it a little easier. They do the same thing as the yes and no. If you touch them with your finger and tap them, they just twinkle and light up, and it'll show me which one you're touching. Okay? I just want to give you as many options as you can to interact and talk to me. Okay? So, first thing I want to do is I'm going to turn on that box again, and I want to see if you're willing. Oh, there we go. Wow, look at that. That's pretty darn good. Okay, so every time I ask a question, I seem to get some kind of validation that somebody's listening and hearing me. That's a good thing. So, Mr. and Mrs. Baker, I'm going to turn this box on. It is literally a radio that's broken. You'll hear it move fast through the FM dial, back and forth at a rapid pace. And the theory is, the idea is that spirits, people who have crossed over, can use that radio to cast their voice, to say things that people can hear through the frequencies, through the white noise. That's the theory. So I did hear those two things initially when I was setting up, and I want to see if you're willing to maybe talk a little bit more now. I turned the static up a little more, the white noise, so that I can maybe assist you a little better in saying things. So I'm not going to filter it nearly as much. So I'm going to turn it on now. Show you how it works. Remember, I was playing this before. Hello, is anybody here with me? Mr. or Mrs. Baker? Could you say hello? Or your name? Move this away so it doesn't vibrate the eggs. Hello, can you hear me? Could you please say my name? My name is John, or say hello? I do see you using the lights and touching the different things, and I appreciate that. Random. Said something about random something. William, is this you? Could you please say your name? William or Bill, however you prefer to be addressed. Mrs. Baker, I'd be happy to talk to you as well. I heard you mention the lights when I first set up. That was close. So I am going to just read one of those letters, and feel free to chime in and say anything you like. Okay? I'm just going to grab the box. Okay? I'm just going to look for any note in particular that maybe I can read. That was me, by the way, that no ink. Oh boy, this is really difficult. Let's try to see something I can read here. Really small writing, and with my eye, this is going to be impossible. I see something that says, "Dear something wife, I will try and answer your kind and dear letter this Thursday evening. And I was looking forward." I can't read what that says. This is really, really small. Really, really. This is January 9th, 1913, I believe. Wow. Holy cow. That's why it's so faded. Yeah, these are all kind of, there's a lot of letters here, but I wish I could kind of show them to you. They're really small and really faded. Yeah, this is really tough to read. Uh-oh. Hello, I heard a female. Is that you, Mrs. Baker? Could you please talk to me? How many children did you have? I've read the information. Could you tell me one of their names? You had 2 daughters. I see it. Could either of you say hello to me? Chattering. I got a lot of chattering before. I'm going to turn this off in a second, but I do want to give you the chance. All right, hold on. So these letters here, yeah, I see it. These letters are going to be purchased by somebody, and hopefully they'll preserve your memory and the memory of your family. Are you both okay with that? I'm just going to pick the letters up again. That's me setting off the cat ball. All right, I'm putting this letter back. I don't want to lose any of them. I'm going to try to find one that I could read, but they're really faded. And God, I hear you. I heard a female there. I couldn't tell what you said, though. It sounded like she said, how many? I believe they're all here. This is whatever was in this box. I mean, I'm going to take them out if that's okay. This is how many are in that box. Some letters. He said some letters. That's only some of the letters? William, were there more than this? I mean, you guys were together forever. I mean, people don't do that anymore, William. If I told you how people correspond with each other now, you'd be shocked. All right, I'm going to try to do an EVP. That's what Karen, I always ask that question when there's any kind of items that have family related to them. I always wonder, like, did somewhere along the line the family lineage run out and their grandkids or, there was no one to pass these letters on to? I mean, I would want that if it were my grandparents or great grandparents. I mean, it's an important part of your family's history, you would think. All right, I'm going to shut this off. Anything before I turn this off? Mr. and Mrs. Baker, anything you want to say before I try something else? Okay. Let's try something else. And that was a female, almost. Read. Did you hear that? Read. You want me to read? I can't read it. They're too faded. I'll try again. Read it. Someone like yelled to me. Read it. Yeah, I can't. He said I can't something. Can't something the letter? I can't. It's way too faded for me. This is something about a meeting. Yeah, these are way too faded for me. I apologize. And he does write her name. Write soon. Goodbye, dear. That's nice. Oh, here we go. He says, I understand. I did not know you loved me, even as I love you. That's how he ends the letter. That's me. Did you hear that? That's me. Did you guys hear that? I'll read that again. Very thoughtful, William. Yeah, I see that. It says, I understand. I did not know you loved me, even as I love you. Right soon. Goodbye, my dear Mammy. Very, very nice. Very, very touching. Men don't do that enough anymore, to express how they feel. It works both ways, really, to be honest with you. So I'm going to turn this off. Daughter's names were Mary and Margaret. Am I correct on that? Could you say Mary or Margaret? All right, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to try to do a regular EVP session. So I'm going to turn this off. So I'm going to ask you to try to answer using the lights up there or that little twinkly ball. If you don't mind, I'm going to put the letters back. Again, don't mean to disrespect you, either of you at all. I find it very touching that I am able to read these mementos of your courting period, in your relationship. That's me doing all that, so they'll reset in a minute. I'm going to turn on the Ovilus really quick just to see what I get out of my own curiosity. So here's this box here, William, Mammy, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. If you think about a word or two that you want to say, this box should or might repeat it, and I'll be able to see it and read it out loud to everyone, kind of like letters of another kind that you could write and tell me. It says, you can't leave. Well, that's weird. Mind telling me why I can't leave? Do you like talking with me and communicating with me? I enjoy talking with you and telling your story. Could you please tell me something about that or something else? You can't leave. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. My family. Oh, wow. My family. You guys can't see that, but that's what it says. My family. Wow. That is very, very interesting. You can't leave my family. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Yes, 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 and 2. That's validation right there, people. That's what that's called. Validation for what I just read. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I'm going to try one more thing before I move on and speak with someone else. I'm going to try. You're both familiar? Okay, yeah. You're both familiar what a recorder is? I know they were a little different. As time went on, they went from reel to reel to cassette recorders, the big Betamax recorders. This is just a smaller, condensed version of that, to where I'm now going to ask questions and you can answer. And even if I can't hear you live with my ears, I may be able to hear you with this. Okay? So we're going to try that now before we stop for tonight. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this recorder and I'm going to put it right up there by your letters. So if you're there, either of you or both of you, it'll be nice and close for you so I can hear you. Okay? So I hit the recorder. I'm putting it right here. That's me making the capitals go off. Okay, good evening again, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. My name is John. I was reading about your family and your story and the letters. Are you okay with me reading those letters out loud and looking at those letters? Is that all of the letters that was written between you two, or were there even a lot more than that? So you two were together a long time, raised two young girls. Are you still together now? Could you please tell me one of your daughter's names? Are you upset that these letters are going to go to someone who's not in your family? How did William pass? Besides the letters, during your courting period, what were some of the things that you two like to do together? I asked if you were still together even now. Are you both happy? I gotta stop it. People are talking outside. Okay. So I hit the recorder. I'm putting it right here. After you making the cap balls go off. Okay, good evening again, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. My name is John. I was reading about your family and your story and the letters. Are you okay with me reading those letters out loud and looking at those letters? Breath. I don't know if you guys can hear that from back there. Right there. Is that all of the letters that was written between you two, or were there even a lot more than that? So you two were together a long time, raised two young girls. Are you still together now? Could you please tell me one of your daughter's names? Whoa. I saw that. Are you upset that these letters are going to go to someone who's not in your family? Did you see that, Spike? Holy crap. How did William pass? There's some people outside. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, that was a huge spike. I mean, they turned yellow and red in some areas up there. Well, I'm going to move on to speak to somebody else. Mr. and Mrs. Baker, I do appreciate you taking the time to interact and speak with me. I probably will come back at some point and speak with you again. Real quick, guys, if you have any questions that you want to ask, I'll do one more round because those people were talking out there. But if you guys have any questions, type them out now, and I'll do like 3 or 4 more questions just to see if I can get. So I thought I just heard a female. But if there's anything you guys want to ask, I'll ask, like I said, 2 or 3 questions. And see, what the hell was that? Hello? What did William do for a living? Okay, that's a good one. Anything else? I'm going to put it on the floor list. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I know. I hear things too. You guys moving around in here? Do they have questions? Here, whispers. I hear things too. How long were they married? Okay. How long were you married? Are your daughters still alive? What did William do for a living? Got it. I'm going to put this down here on the floor this time. EVP session number 2 with William and Mammy Baker. Somebody in here moving around and talking? Okay. William, could you please tell us what you did for a living? Could either of you tell me how long you were married? Are your daughters still alive? Do either of you know what year it is right now? I'm going to knock 3 times on the floor. And if you're in the room and you can hear me, could you tap or knock 3 times as well? Okay. All I can think about when I do that, all I can think about when I do that is I watched The Conjuring again last week, and I'm watching all horror movies because it's October. And the first Conjuring movie, they had that clapping game. That's all I can think about now is something like clapping around me. What would I do? All right, here we go. On the floor this time, EVP session number 2 with William and Mammy. On the floor this time, EVP session number 2 with William and Mammy Baker. Somebody in here moving around and talking? Okay. William, could you please tell us what you did for a living? Well, I can't make that out. I'll stand up. I'm going to rewind it so I can get over there. William, could you please tell us what you did for a living? After this. I don't know what this says right there. 2 feet for me. Could either of you tell me how long you were married? Are your daughters still alive? Hear that? Do either of you know what year it is right now? I'm going to knock 3 times on the floor. And if you're in the room and you can hear me, could you tap or knock 3 times as well? heard one tap, not three though. I don't know, Kathy. I did hear breathing at first with the first EVP session I did. I heard that kind of labored kind of inhale. I heard it twice, so maybe. But again, you would hope that if we do transition to the afterlife, that stuff isn't still with us. I would hope, but who knows? So I'm gonna switch objects. I have two others that I'm hoping to get to, but I got a feeling one of them is bad juju because I've been feeling like somebody here next to me, and I have both objects right here next to me. And I've been trying to kind of wall it off while I concentrate here. Here comes the coffin, and that's never a good sign. So it's one of these two. I guess we'll find out. All right, I'm going to turn the light on. And I'm going to show you. Here we go. The next one. All right. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Baker. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. I'm going to put this back over here. Okay. So let's see. What should we do next? Should we do... let's do what is this one here? I'm trying to think of which one is... All right, let's try the doll first. Why not? Hopefully I can get the doll to sit up. But this is the creepy doll that I posted the picture of on the preview. Hopefully you guys can see her. I think she has multiple faces. Oh yeah, that is creepy as hell. Oh, that is creepy as hell. I don't know if I could do this without... I don't want to break it, but she does. There's a knob on top of her head right here where she has multiple faces. See? There's the other one. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Maybe I should use my flashlight. There's one face, like a sleepy type of face. And then when I turn it back that way, like I said, I don't want to break her. There's like another face. Yeah, yikes indeed. All right, so I'm going to try to set her up so that she doesn't fall. Hopefully she just sits without too much. Can you just lean forward there, my friend? There you go. Perfect. It's not going to hurt you. I have that as well. They just twinkle when you touch them. You see that? See that? And then I have eggs down there that say yes and no, work the same way. They twinkle when you touch them. I have these circles that if you move your hand around them, they light up like the rainbow in the sky. They won't hurt you. I have a music box that if you touch the antenna. And then I have all these lights up here that that light up different colors if you're over here. Okay? All right. Yeah. Let me read you the information on this one. Let me move the letters over here. Oops. Okay, is this it? Okay, this is where's that? There was something attached to this. Now, Donna, I'm not sure because it was behind. This three-face. Wow, that's going crazy. The straight-face doll was owned by Lorraine Mary Kelly, born August 1957, passed 1974. So she didn't even 17 years old. Found August 9th, 1974 in Montvale, Bergen County. Parents Francis and Thomas had passed before she did. Claims are noises and things bang in the vicinity of the doll. Is this related to this, Donna? There's an article about two teenage girls found slain, or is that with the biker thing? Donna, is that related to this? Oh, that's related to this. Oh, the doll. Okay, so I'll try to show you guys that. All right. And I'll try to read the article best I can. So here's the article. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm trying to get it. From the Daily News. It happened in Jersey. So it says two teenage girls found slain. Body of teenage girl is removed from wooded area of Garden Apartments parking lot in Montvale, New Jersey yesterday. Oh boy. Nude, sexually assaulted bodies of Mary Ann Fryer and Lorraine Marie Kelly, both of North Bergen, New Jersey, were found there. The girls had been missing since Friday. They went out on a shopping trip. Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was related to this. I'm going to put that right down on the bottom there. Okay. Oof. All righty. Let's see. Yeah, very horrible indeed. Tough. Whew. Okay. Lorraine, my name is John. I'm usually here with Chris, but it's just me tonight. And I don't think I've ever met you. And I hope that maybe you're open to the idea of maybe just talking with me a little bit, as much as you want to. We could talk about whatever you like. We don't necessarily have to talk about what happened to you, but I am going to ask a few questions about that. And if you're uncomfortable with that, you could let me know by releasing your energy or being in this area. Anything around the doll that you could touch or you could move around will signal to me that you're there and that you're trying to convey something to me, whether it's answering a question or just letting me know you're there. But I can't see you, I can't hear you, so I can at least use that initially to see if you're reacting or trying to react and communicate. Okay? So I'm going to start out by saying right off the bat that if this is uncomfortable for you, scary for you, if I'm a stranger and you're nervous and you don't want to go through this process, then I completely understand and respect that, knowing what you've been through, and I will not continue anymore. But I need something from you to show me that you're here and that you are responding to that. And again, I know it sounds strange, but those lights that are around there, just by you touching them or by you moving around, they're going to react. I saw you touch the circle one that lights up like the rainbow, the purple one there. If that's what you want. Anybody hear a female talk? If that's what you want to use to convey that you don't want to do this and you don't want any part of me being here, sitting close to your doll or you, 100% I understand. I respect that. I would never do anything to scare you, disrespect you, make you nervous or uncomfortable. I have a daughter of my own. Her name is Sarah. I have a son. His name is John. So I'm not trying to scare you or disrespect you or make you do anything that you don't want to do. Okay? So show me anything at all. I'm giving this real time. I don't want to just give it 2 seconds and say, yeah, we'll continue. I'm giving you some time here to respond if you want to. And I mean it. What the hell? Did you guys hear that? That again sounded like a female. Okay, so I'm going to take that as I can at least continue on for a little while and try to talk to you, Lorraine. So, Lorraine, again, my name is John. I come in here and try to speak whoever may be connected to or around things that belong to them, or that can come in through things that belong to them when we speak to them. I live in New Jersey as well. I've lived in New Jersey my whole entire life. I'm from a town called Metuchen, and that's nowhere near Montvale, but we travel up that way a lot. Um, so I could kind of relate to, the area you lived. Again, I have an article and I could see your picture, and it is heartbreaking what happened to you. I'm very, very sorry for what happened to you. This article is dated Thursday, August 15th, 1974. Now, I was 74. I was 6 years old in 1974. So I'm just going to try to talk to you. And anything you want to say or any way you want to interact, I'm okay with. Okay? I'm going to try to use a recorder to hear your voice. I'm going to try to use a radio to talk to you. And whatever you want to say, that's fine with me. Again, if you don't want to talk at all about what happened to you, then you could light something up when I'm asking one of those questions, and I'll know, stop right there and don't continue on with that and talk about something else. Okay? No, but I had the changes. It was clearer than the one on YouTube Live. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so let's start with um, I don't know what the hell I'm hearing all the time. Just happened again. Lorraine, if you're here with me, again, no pressure. Um, if you are here with me and you're listening and you're around this doll of yours, I've seen those dolls before and they're very interesting. That have the multiple expressions and faces. If you are here with me and you want me to know that you're here and you're willing to talk with me, again, the way to do that would be to just be in that area, concentrate your energy or yourself being in that section near your doll, and just try to reach down with your hand to pick up the doll or to touch these little twinkly lights that are near your doll, and let me know that you're there. I'm looking at the SOS. I don't see anything. Again, I understand, and there may be a need for me to come back with Chris and talk with you. So I'm not going to push this. I'm not going to go long into this. If you're not willing to talk to me, I completely understand for what happened to you. And maybe Chris would be better to talk to you. So I'm going to just do the best I can for a little bit of time and see if you're willing to talk to me, and then, move on. But people do say that they do hear banging noises, lights. I did see it. Noises and things bang in the vicinity of the doll. So I am hearing noises. I've been hearing noises all night. So maybe that was you, because the doll was right next to me. So if that's how you want to respond, by making noises, then I'm totally okay with that. You doing that to let me know that you're around me. Could you make a noise right now while I'm just sitting quiet listening? Oh, there it was. Did you hear it? Did you hear that? There was a tap in the other room. I didn't have enough time to sit for that long. I'm going to do that again, Lorraine. I'm going to sit quiet and I want you to make a noise that I can hear from wherever you are. Okay? Just to let, if that's what you want to do, then I'll be quiet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on that radio I told you about, and you can try to talk through it, okay? But again, I completely understand if you don't or you won't. I get it. And like I said, I just want you to try, and whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to say through that radio, if it's just hello, your name, I'm okay with that. We can talk about that other stuff. I'll ask a little bit about it, but again, if the lights go crazy or you start touching things over there, I'll know to stop. So I'm going to turn this on. Don't get nervous. Lorraine, are you here with me? Oh, man. Lorraine, if you're here, could you please say your name or hello, please? Or I'm here. If you don't want to talk anymore or talk to me, you can say stop. I'm not trying to push you. That's another man. Another man. Lorraine, how old are you? And it's so funny. I told you that a female said New Jersey when I was starting and setting up. Might have been her. Lorraine, I heard somebody say New Jersey through this box. I'm from New Jersey. You're from New Jersey. Could you say that again if that was you? I'm talking. Hold on, I'm going to try something else, Lorraine. One minute here. Again, anything you want to say out loud that I can hear, just try to talk through that box right there. Another man. I'm looking for a female voice. I'm looking to speak with Lorraine. Again, you can tell me to stop or leave. Put the dial back. And I will. Again, that was really quick. That was a female voice. I'm going to give you a little more static, a little more white noise. Are you here? Nothing but male voices. Lorraine, who were you with when you disappeared? What was your friend's name? Did you know the person? Did you know the person who abducted you? Or was it a stranger? Could you say either familiar or stranger? Or I know him or I didn't? I'd love to be able to help you. I do know people that are psychic detectives. Do you know his name or her name? Say that again. Let me listen back to that. Real quick, I thought I heard Robert, but it could have been, I could be wrong. I'm going to try EVP. I'm getting the feeling I'm not going to get a whole lot. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try on a recorder. Again, 1974, they did have recorders. They were just a little different back then. I'm putting it on the floor. I'm going to ask you to try to answer and talk. And even if it's something if I'm asking and you want to say something else, just say whatever you want to say. You don't necessarily have to answer my questions. Anything you want to tell me, you just talk out loud while I'm talking, and I'll be able to hear you on that. Okay? That all creeps me out. Richard Cunningham. How old were the girls? Oh, they did find the person who did it. Did they catch the person? Somebody wrote his name is Richard Cunningham. Is that true? The girls were. Lorraine was 17. I don't know how old the other girl was. I'd have to look at the article again. Okay, let me turn on the recorder. Okay, Lorraine, I'm recording now. Um, if you are here and you could hear me, could you just please say your name or say hello? Lorraine, how old are you? Lorraine, did you know the person who abducted you and ended your life? People are telling me now that He was a serial killer, and his name was Richard. Did you know that? Or are you afraid to talk to me or interact with me because I am a stranger and I am a man? If the energy of the person who did this is in and around this object, could you please say something or say your name? Lorraine, you were taken so young at 17 years old. That is the hope that whatever happens after we pass, that you find peace. Could you tell us if you found peace? What was the name of the girl that was with you that day? What was your friend's name? You and I are from the same state. Where are you from again? Do you know what the doll's name is? Lauren, if there's anything you want to say at all, regardless of what I've asked you, you can feel free to say it now out loud so that I can hear it and, and convey that to other people. Yeah, so as far as the doll being a gift or using it to lure, she was 17 years old. I don't think that I don't think anybody lured her with a doll. That's just my opinion. But at 17 years old, I don't see that sort of thing happening. I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But again, notice the difference between the energy between the letters and the doll. The doll is just flat, nothing. Somebody said they saw the lights go off. I did hear noises that I could maybe attribute to the doll or Lorraine before and during, and the last investigation. Not sure. The cold is in the room now. The cold is here. I just felt it. It's moving this way towards the doll. So I do feel the change in the temperature right here. That just started. That just started right here. Okay, so maybe we're building a little rapport here and a little trust. I'm hoping, Lorraine. Oh, what happened? Hopefully, I can hear your voice. Hey, Lorraine, I'm recording now. Um, if you are here and you could hear me, oh, I got you, Lorraine. Could you just please say your name or say hello? I don't know if that's a hey or just a breath. I'll go back. It might be just breathing. It's right after that car. Right there. Oh, that's a breath there. Hey. Lorraine, how old are you? You think that was a breathing yes? I don't know. Lorraine, did you know the person who abducted you and ended your life? Whoa, what was that? She repeats the word life person. That's really weird. Did you and ended your life? Right there. That's female too. She just repeated the word person though. I guess to let me know it's just one person. People are telling me now that he was a serial killer and his name was Richard. Did you know that? Whoa, what did she say? It sounds like it could be pervert, but it sounds like Herbert. This was a serial killer, and his name was Richard. Did you know that? Right there. Right there. looks like Herbert. Not maybe, could be pervert.
Or are you afraid to talk to me or interact with me because I am a stranger and I am a man? I am a man. Or are you afraid to talk to me or interact with me because I am a stranger and I am a man?
That was Herbert or pervert, either one.
If the energy of the person who did this is in and around this object, could you please say something or say your name? When you were taken so young at 17 years old, that is the hope that whatever happens after we pass, that you find peace. Could you tell us if you found peace? What was the name of the girl that was with you that day? What was your friend's name? You and I are from the same state. Where are you from again? Do you know what the doll's name is? Or if there's anything you want to say at all, regardless of what I've asked you, you can feel free to say it now out loud so that I can hear it and convey that to other people.
Is it breath? Yeah, that's a tough one. Again, I think in this case, because of because of what happened and the fact that she is a female and she was probably murdered by a man, a serial killer at that I'm probably the last person in the world that she's gonna talk to after just seeing me for the first time and being within a few feet of her doll. So that's the kind of the vibe that I'm getting, is that for me, that this would probably be a tough one. I would rather revisit this one maybe next week when Chris is here, because she could approach it in a gentle way, and as a female, and Chris has been through some trauma in her life, so I think she could definitely connect way better. And I'm not going to push, and I'm not going to prod, and I'm not going to keep trying to force when I don't see it going in that direction at all. I wouldn't do that. So I am going to say, Lorraine, I completely understand if you are present and listening, why you want to interact or even say or do anything. I'm a complete stranger to you. I'm an older guy who, again, I'm sure what you went through was awful and horrible and terrible, and I do pray that you're at peace now. I really do. And I hope that he's somewhere. If there is a hell, I do hope someone like him is just being there, getting what he deserves. And I am sorry for what happened to you. So I am going to bring a friend back with me. I'm going to bring Chris. We're together. We've been together a long time. She has also suffered trauma at the hands of other people. And maybe you'd be willing to talk to her next week or when we come back. Okay? Well, I do thank you if you are listening, and I am sorry for what happened to you. So I'm just going to take this and put it back. What did I, yeah. Alrighty. Just take the doll. That's me doing all that. Just moving stuff around. Put you back over here. Out of the way. You can be near. You can be near the lovely couple with the love letters. That's good energy, right? Okay. How can we follow that? Well, we could follow that with a picture of well, I can't really show this. I have to block out part of it, but there's a biker dude. I'm hoping you can see this. I have to cover up because there is adult-oriented material here in these pictures. I'm trying to show you without showing you, but there's a biker dude right there. Hopefully you guys can see. So there's a biker guy right there. I'm just listening to people. I don't know if it's outside or I just heard a female. So there's a biker dude right there. I'm going to put his picture up here somewhere. I'm going to actually put his picture there, flat down. Now there's other pictures, but they all involve nudity. So I don't want to show you guys those pictures. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So, and then there's this skull here. It says FFF family, the N miss, and then there's numbers, head. What does that say? Head prospect. So this is biker gang stuff. You laugh, but you really wish you had balls enough. There's pictures all around here. I can't show you everything, but this is obviously a biker type of object. Yeah, this is going to be a strange one for sure. So I know, and with the biker gangs, like prospects or new members. So this says, haunted by a member of the Freewheeler Motorcycle Club, 1968, the year I was born. This is a rare and active piece and may be dark. It is an outlaw club. Wheeler Motorcycle Club. Okay, this is a first for me. Definitely a first for me. Motorcycle Club. I've yet to deal with Motorcycle Club energy. How's that look? Cool, right? Okay. I don't have a name attached to this. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Already. Hello. I'm not sure what your name is, but maybe we'll find that out as we go along here. My name is John, and you may have heard me talking to the others, trying to connect with them, trying to reach them, trying to find out as much as I could about them using all the different things that are around that skull. Those little twinkly balls that are there that you could touch that light up. There's lights up above that react to energy and changes in energy. So if you were there and you released your energy or were just standing there trying to touch those lights, they're going to change colors like the rainbow. I have a music circle right here that works by antenna. I have these circles here that, as you see, I move my hand around them, either one of them. They change different colors like the rainbow. I have these eggs that work the same way those little twinkly balls work. You tap them, the word yes and no written on them. There we go. Good. And these things help me interact with you because I can't see you. I probably can't hear you unless we're going to get into a few different things here. But they help me know that you're there and that maybe you can answer using that if I'm not hearing your voice, because I don't want you to get frustrated. I want you to have the ability to interact with me and answer if you want to before we get into all this other stuff. Yeah, that's good. All the way around. This one works the same way right here that I'm pointing at, this other purple one. So everything here you could touch, you could move to let me know that you're there and it's you doing that. And I'll be able to see it right here in front of me. Okay? So the Wheeler Club, Freewheeler, right? That's what your club is called. I don't know where you're located, but I did see the pictures. The pictures there, and then the pictures are up there, and they do involve nudity, women with their tops off, with guys, I guess, from the club in the photos. And again, there's a lot of writing on the skull itself. Prospect, I have heard that term before in movies and TV shows about somebody who's new to the club is sort of a prospect, and then you become a full member, I guess, later on. But the prospects are the ones who are fairly new and kind of do the grunt work. Why is my dome not working? I just saw that go completely off. Well, that one just went on me. Yeah, that one just went. So what I'm going to do is, but yeah, as ahead of Diablo Zeki, I can imagine, club founded in 1968. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to talk to you and try to find out who you are, who's connected to this, how many club members. They think there might be dark energy, negative energy attached to that, and I'm sure that has to do with some of the things that allegedly may go on within the club. Again, I only know from TV and movies about, clubs, that people belong to. And I don't know if any of that's true or real, but that's, that's what I've heard. So I'm not trying to disrespect you or your club. I'm just trying to find out who you are. Oh, there you go. That's good. Really good. So the energy, you see, when you release your energy or you react to something, the lights change colors up above. Right now they're purple, but whatever you just did made them turn blue. The more energy, the different colors, all the way up to the color red being a real surge of energy. So you're reacting to me just talking about what I know about these clubs from TV and movies, and I don't know if that's. I do know a guy named Bob who belonged to a club in New Jersey, and he would tell me some stories. He started out as, um, what was the word again? Project. He started out as, and he would tell me about how he got deeper and deeper involved, and again, some of the things that they wanted him to do were illegal for sure. And I see. And he wound up getting out of there because he was a guy who, professional. He had a good paying job, but he loved riding Harleys. And there was this club by his home that he had always go by, and he heard about it, and he knew someone who belonged to the club, and he got invited in, and he quickly found out that, yeah, it was kind of not too far off from TV and the movies with some of the things that they were involved in. So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. We're going to use lots of different things to communicate and interact. I'd love to hear your voice. I would love to know why you're still connected to this. Again, something like this, from my perspective, if the club still exists, and I don't know if it does, people are saying that Chicago, Illinois, Prospect, Sarah R. Sarah R. Is that my daughter, Sarah R? But I don't know if the club is still in existence. I know a lot of these clubs have been around forever, but something like that, if the club were still around, I would think should still be with the club or a member of the club. Am I right? I mean, there you go. I saw that. Yeah, that's what I would think. And that's not something I would mess with. I wouldn't. If you guys want to still own that or one of your old club members, and again, we're talking 1968 here, like that was the year I was born. So if some of the old club members are around and listening, and if the club still exists, I don't know if they do or they don't. I'm sure somebody within the club would want that piece of memorabilia, right? That was once probably in the club somewhere prominently displayed. So don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just the one trying to talk to you. So I don't own it. Somebody else may buy it. And you can tell me if you have a problem with that. I'll give you the opportunity to voice that or show your reaction to that. That's why I'm here. This is just find out about you, and you can tell me anything you want about that and about the club or whatever you want to share. Okay, that's why I'm here. Okay, no disrespect whatsoever. I don't know a lot about these types of clubs or anything, so maybe again you can educate me. Let's try the spirit box first. Now, this here is a radio, and people believe that spirits, people who have passed, can talk through a radio like this. And oh wow, there we go. Okay, now that one there is saying solid blue. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera. It's right in front of me now. It's blinking green. Could you guys see that? I don't think you guys can see that from your angle. It is right in front of me, and it is blinking blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, and it's not stopping. So already note the change in energy between the doll and this. Energy is coming out from this skull already. Big shift. That's why right now I'm kind of kick loving it, and I'm just seeing what happens and watching the energy. But that light right there hasn't stopped, and it hasn't gone off the whole entire night. There we go. There's another one, but this one right in front of me just boop, 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 keeps going. It doesn't stop. Very clearly. Okay. Okay. I'm going to turn this box on, and I want to hear your voice. Again, those photographs, I don't know if they were with this in the club and taken out with it, or was this a member of your club at one time that had these items and somehow they wound up here? I don't know anything about this, but I know those pictures are not meant for YouTube or Facebook. That would get me in big trouble. And yeah, so I'm not going to show them, but they are here and all that stuff's together. So I'm going to turn this on and hopefully we can hear you. Hello? Could you please tell me your name? Who am I speaking with? If that makes a difference, Lori. Who am I speaking with? Who's here with me? I'd like to hear someone's first name, please. My name is John. Who are you? I'm looking to speak to someone from the Freewheeler Club. Are you here with me? I am here with you. Did you freaking just hear that? Tell me you just heard that. I am here with you. Wow, that was one of the coolest freaking things. Tell me you guys heard that. That was friggin' awesome. Tell me you heard that. That was friggin' awesome. Okay, you're here with me. How do I refer to you? What is your name? You can tell me your nickname, club name. I don't even know how it works. Whatever name you want me to refer to you as. Who are you? I'll refer to you however you want me to. Like I said, nothing but respect. That was a female. One was one of the females in the pictures. That was a Bridget. That's what I heard. It was female. But the man who said before that wasn't a female. I want to know your name, club name, real name, whichever. How do I refer to you? How do you want to be known as? That was something. What type of Harley did you ride? Can you tell me that? What year? What type? What was the name of the club? Could you tell me that? Now, I was asking before about how I believe that light hasn't stopped. How I believe that if the club is still in existence or their members, that should be with somebody. You want to tell me something about that? Is that a problem that it's here? I mean, we're nowhere near Illinois. We're in Pennsylvania. What do you want me to do with this? What should I tell the owner of this? So the static dome right here is going off near me. It's coming around. See it? So far we got the lights, we got the one static, we got the other static, and we got a voice responding before. Tell me something about what should I do with that? Nothing. Could I take that home and put it on my mantle? Is that going to be a problem? You thought you heard Eddie? Really? Again, I'd really like to know what model Harley you'd like to ride or what you own. So that almost sounded like relax. I thought maybe not. How many people were in this club? Are you allowed to tell me that? I said something people, and it was a kind of a raspy voice. That was pretty good. Hold on a minute. Don't talk anymore until I run my recorder. That was pretty good. So they thought they heard the name Eddie. Could you repeat your name if it is Eddie? Female. Is it okay if I hold that? Or is that bad? I just want to read some of the things around it again. So maybe you'll react to it. You don't want me to hold it. Light up something here or say something. There's something there too. All right, I'm just going to pick it up. Okay. I'm just going to shine the light on so they can see it a little better, maybe. There it is right there. So it says F, 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 F. There's 4 F's. Family, me. Then it says N. See, right there, he said something. Then it says N dot. And I don't know if that's MI55. Looks like 2 5s. Yeah, there we go. Gotcha. MI55. 1369007. Prospect Head. So is this something that the prospects would have to handle or do something with? Like, whoa. Did the prospects have to do something with this? Like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Is there an oath that they have to take, or is there something they need to do with this? That's part of. I gotta rewind that. I'll rewind that 1 second. I'm just gonna read some more of this. You laugh, but really, you really wish you had balls enough. Okay, that's interesting. Then there's a picture of a bird or a road runner, something on the back, or I don't know. And I'm looking at the rest of it here. And just the rest is kind of like colored in around it. So I'm gonna hit the recorder because I did hear something with that question. I'm gonna put this back up there. That's me. There you go. I'm just gonna play this one part back because I heard something. Yeah, initiations. that's what I was kind of getting around to, Vicky. I was thinking that maybe, they have to. There's something. It says prospect head on there, so it obviously has something to do with the prospects. I just want to go back to the very end there. Eddie, could you repeat your name if it is Eddie? He's around Eddie. See it a little. So me. Then it says N dot, and I don't know if that's MI55. Looks like 2 5s. Yeah, there we go. Got MI5 that the prospects would have to handle or do something with, like, whoa. Did the prospects have to do something with this? Like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Is there an oath that they have to take, or is there something they need to do with this as part of, or something they need to do with this as part of, something they need to do with this as part of, yes. Or something they need to do with this as part of, to do with this as part of, something they need to do with this as part of 40 something. Something they need to do with this as part of. It sounds like 40 cents, something like that. Something they need to do with this as part of. 40 something. Need to do with this as part of. 40 something. They need to do with this as part of. This as part of. 40 something. What the hell that means? Again, what I know about that. So that's what the 5 F's mean. It means forever, freewheelers, forever. Kickstand? Is that what you guys heard? Okay, maybe I didn't hear it. Kickstand. So I'm going to do regular EVP because I got a feeling about this. But first, I'm going to turn on the Ovilus here. See what I get. Okay, I want you to think about what you want to say next. And I may be able to see it written on this box. Think long and hard about 1 word or 2 words or 3 words, whatever you want me to know, whatever you want to say in this box may spell it out for me. Just think and then it'll come out. Try it. Just concentrate on it. Fine by me. Okay. Did the lights go off? No. Okay. Something else besides fine by me. Something that pertains to the skull, the free wheelers, or you, or what that represents. Something that I could kind of get some information from, if you don't mind. Tell me something I could use, or whatever you want to tell me. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, what's bad? You're talking about the energy that's attached to that thing? Because again, in theory, if prospects were using this since the inception of your club and the things were done that I heard happens in a biker gang, yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff that people who probably, it just said loser. Loser? Well, that ain't right. This sounds like a biker for sure. Loser. Is that what you think I am? Why? Because I said that people probably did bad things that handled that were prospects? Is that why? I'll give you one more chance to say something. It says, stay right there. Wow. Loser. Or was it mapping me? Is that me? I'll back up. I mean, it may have mapped me because I moved in and then it started mapping me, and then I'll move it over a little bit. So that I'm not in the shot. There, that's better. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do now, I'm going to a recorder. Now, again, I don't know who this is or when you passed, but recorders were around in 1968, I'm sure. Some were reel to reel, some were the cassette beta, big old recorders. This is a smaller version of that. This is a digital recorder, but same principle. I talk, I ask questions, I record, and this may be able to hear your voice even though I can't in the room. This may be able to pick up your words. So I want you to, just like you did in that little box there, but I want to hear your real voice. I want to hear you. If your name is Eddie, whatever you want to say, even if it's a question I'm not asking and you just want to call me a loser or say something, then I'll be able to hear it. So I'm going to put this right over here by the, first I'm going to try to adjust this light here to see if it makes any difference if I move it. Check. No difference at all if I move it. It is still just solid. Just that one light. That is bizarre. Okay, that was me who did that. Okay. So I'm going to put the recorder down and we're going to hopefully see if you'll talk to us. I'm going to reset that. That's not me now. It shut off and it's still going. I'll wait. If you're touching that, could you stop touching that for a second? Would you mind? There you go. Can you touch it again? Show me it was you. So, recorder, putting it down. Oh, I saw that too. Okay. Right next to the skull. Right up here. EVP session with the Freewheeler prospect head skull. What was your favorite bar to go to? Do you know who Hot Dog is? Did you have a like a handle or a club name? What type of Harley did you drive? Ride. Sorry. I was asking before about the prospect head skull not being with a member of the club, a former member of the club, or in the club itself, if it still exists, if that is a bad thing, that it's not there and somebody else has it. Um, is it okay for someone to own that who's not a member or a former member of the club? Could you tell me any of the other members' names? You don't have to give me their first name. You could give me whatever their club name was. Now, you called me a loser before, and I didn't appreciate that. I have my opinion about, again, someone said I shouldn't have used the word biker gang, but again, I've heard that biker clubs do a lot of illegal things and are involved in a lot of bad stuff, murders, owning strip clubs, robbery, all that stuff. So if I'm a loser, some of the members of those clubs aren't exactly angels and good people either. You got a problem with that? Where was the freewheelers? Where were they based out of? Where was your club? So I know there were what, four Fs? Could you tell me what one of those Fs stand for? So odds are someone's going to buy that and bring it into their home and hang it on their wall or something. Is there going to be bad energy from you or your club that follows that to wherever it goes next? Would you happen to be in that picture that's underneath the skull, or your wife or your old lady or whatever? Are they in those pictures up there with the women showing their skin? Okay, getting the recorder. Be very careful how I word things because, again, YouTube, Facebook are very, very touchy when it comes to. There we go. Oh,
Right.
hold on a minute. So I heard somebody say, I'm reading that somebody, you thought you heard a live voice. Is that what I was reading? Very clear, no. Um, yeah, I thought I was reading that you said what, the SO. Oh yeah, there we go. I see what's going on with the SOS. Yeah, look at that. I see it from here. So someone's zapping the energy off of that. Yeah, look at that. Could you show yourself? Enough with messing with that. Stand right here, right in front of the skull. Show yourself.
EVP session with the Freewheeler prospect head session with the Freewheeler prospect head skull. What was your favorite bar to go to?
The hell's that? You hear that? That's a weird sound. That almost reminds me of like Animal House when the guy did the thing on his throat.
Do you know who Hot Dog is? Did you have a handle or a club name?
What the hell did he say? Nick? You hear that? Head? You think you hear head? Oh. Head. Yeah, maybe you're right. It does sound like head. Head? What the hell's that mean?
What type of Harley did you ride? Sorry. I was asking before about the prospect head skull.
Oh, head.
Not being
Prospect
with
head. Maybe.
a member of the club, a former member of the club, or in the club itself, if it still exists. If that is a bad thing, that it's not there and somebody else has it. Is it okay for someone to own that who's not a member or a former member of the club?
I didn't even think the head prospect head. Whoa. What did I ask? What did I ask?
Own that has it. Is it okay for someone to own that who's not a member or a former member of the club?
No. Now, you guys, some of you said you heard that live. Did you hear that live? Oh, again, that was twice. Wait, whoa. There's one no. No, says it twice. You're never going to. Wow, that was twice.
Could you tell me any of the other members' names? You don't have to give me their first name. You can give me whatever their club name was.
One live no.
Now, you called me a loser before, and I didn't appreciate that. I have my opinion about, again, someone said I shouldn't have used the word biker gang, but again, I've heard that biker clubs do a lot of illegal things and are involved in a lot of bad stuff, murders, owning strip clubs, robbery, all that stuff. So if I'm a loser, some of the members of those clubs aren't exactly angels and good people either. You got a problem with that?
So for a curse there, but didn't happen. Where was the Freewheelers? Where were they based out of? Where was your club? People outside. So I know there were, 4 Fs? Could you tell me what one of those Fs stand for? People outside. So odds are someone's going to buy that and bring it into their home and hang it on their wall or something. Is there going to be bad energy from you or your club that follows that to wherever it goes next? Would you happen to be in that picture that's underneath this skull, or your wife or your old lady or whatever? Are they in those pictures up there with the women showing their skin? These people literally, they must be standing right outside. Okay, getting the recorder. Yeah, the people standing outside during that 9:40. Yeah, that's enough for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I ran over. I only wanted to do 2 hours, if that. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I do see my SLS still going haywire back there. Difficult when I'm by myself, but I do the best I can. But I do think the doll is worth another go around with Chris. But I was happy with the letters. I think the letters were very engaging, and I think this thing here may get another go around from me again at some point. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow night. Chris Williams will be with us from Ghost Hunters. We'll be interviewing her at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see you tomorrow night.